So they still survive. So it seems to be a very, very long time ago. So these people, we normally refer to them as gods. And they made us because they wanted workers. They wanted slaves who would be serving them. And we are only designed for that. So that is how these hominids which were before us, they could not come anywhere close to us after all this time. And they would take much, much longer time to arrive where we are. So it was a sudden jump for us. So many branches of science come into it. And the only way that we could take that leap was somebody made us so. And these people whom we refer to as gods, they seem to be all over the world, and different names, because as you go along, the words would change. Slight changes are there, but many things are similar. So it seems to have been a global civilization. Some place was the origin, but they went all over the globe. Just like we are all over the globe now, they are also all over the globe. And we are only produced to be servants who unquestioningly obey. So that's what we are. And you cannot happen to be too happy or blissful, then you would not work. So obviously you must have some amount of suffering. Then only you could be made use of, made to work, do all those things. And if you closely look at all that they were doing, it's so clear that they wanted us as workers, obedient workers, unthinking slaves. Now, they're also not kindly and good always. At times they were kind, they were good, at times they were terrible. Now, there are some ancient villages still, they do exist, but they're modern villages now, where some ancient functions still go on, like there's a kind of place where somebody seems to have been buried there or whatever it is. And particular day or time of the year, people go around dancing and singing. You know what they are dancing about, what they are happy about, and what they are singing? They are singing, "Today we killed a god." That's what they are thinking. So why should they so rejoice at having killed a god? So the god must have been a torturer who was troubling them too much, and they somehow all ganged up together, and they killed him. And they're celebrating it. And there are some carvings and drawings to show that the god was almost 8 feet in length and quite strong. And in all the carvings, all these gods are fully armed and equipped. So why should they be so heavily armed? They are gods. Already they have some powers, siddhis are there. But why are they armed and they're equipped? That was because the humans were not cooperative enough. There was always tension between them. So they had to protect themselves, so they were armed. Who were armed? The gods were armed. And being also technologically very advanced, they had arms. And this went on for some time. And then certain other things I will not talk because I am waiting for some evidence. They decided to at least go away from man. So where they went, there are many stories. So I don't want to talk about that. And we were left behind to fend for ourselves. They are no more interested in us. So they were like keeping cattle and slaves we are held earlier. And the other problem was they also fell in love with humans, and some got married, and all that happened. And there are internal problems. So whatever that is, we did not have any freedom. That's why I often tell you, you do not have to blame yourself, because it's a design defect. It's not, you are not to be blamed. You are designed to think the way you think, function the way you function, added to all the other programs. You are designed like that. Otherwise, there was no other purpose for you. There was no God up above who made you some divine purpose. No. that divine purpose